It's strapped on nice and tight, so let's get going. Hello, everybody. And just faintly see in the background, Resident Evil Village. Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another video of a series that I am really excited to get back to, but also a bit nervous, if I'm being totally honest with. 31 p.m. 28 p.m. It's weird. Let's go ahead and do that one. Yep. Now, the reason why I'm doing this again, in case nobody caught on before, was because simply for the fact that Resident Evil 8 Village is coming out for a PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox One Series, Xbox Series X, and PC pretty soon. I am really excited for that game, and it's coming this May. And we're already in at least the one, I want to say, the second or third day of February. That game is coming pretty closer than I imagined. I honestly cannot wait, and I'm gonna hope I can do that series immediately going in it blind. And I have heard that it's in VR, which it's been my motto for VR games, that VR makes everything 10 times better. And it's not hard to see why. Unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to put on my headphones, and I'm not about to just pause it to do that real quick. So, no, I'm not about to do that. I'm just gonna play the game like I usually do. If it will load. I've probably said this before, but this is my favorite game in the franchise, and recently, I've been playing Resident Evil 4. Since I've seen Resident Evil 8 Village, I'm kind of going to like an analysis of this and tell you all my hopes and dreams for that one. I want to make it a regular video of mine where I say, like, here are 10 or 15 things that will make this game really good, but no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just, right off the bat, I'm going to come up with 5 things from Resident Evil 4 that I hope they put in for Resident Evil 8 Village, 5 things in this game, and 5 mixed things that are just basically reoccurring things for Resident Evil. So, without a further ado, I hope I can try to balance playing that while talking about this, Resident Evil 8. So, recently I've been playing Resident Evil 4, and I gotta say, I'm still not really that big of a fan of it. Now, like I said, this is my favorite game in the franchise. I have my problems with... Oh, this is why there was another save. This was autosave. I should have just went with the last save, because I'm going to need to do that all over again. Well, whatever. I've gone on record saying that Resident Evil 4 might be my least favorite in the franchise. Don't take that too strongly. Please don't. I don't want this to become an argument video.
That's your father?
Barely anybody watches my videos anyway. I don't know who's going to argue with me.
He's dead.
But I'm not the biggest fan of Resident Evil 4 simply because it feels like everyone keeps saying that Resident Evil 6 sucks because it's too focused on action, and Resident Evil 3, the remake, wasn't all that great since it's short and it's too focused on action, not about horror. Well, let's look at Resident Evil 4. Half the time, you are going to be shooting something almost at the edge of your, screen. Everywhere. There's no, real danger unless you figure out that, oh no, you're low on health and just healing items in general. That's not very fair. I can talk all day about why Resident Evil 4 bugs me, but I will say this. I do think it's a really good game, and I will forever praise it for changing Resident Evil games. Seriously. The fixed camera angles, come on. I'm pretty sure the first game came out, 1997? You had almost a year behind Mario 64 came out. There was no reason for that to be fixed camera angles. Unless you were just late to the party, but still, that's not really much of an excuse. Go ahead and do that. Now, I may or may not have already broke a rule of mine saying that, in case you want to, mix together some chem fluid and gunpowder just to waste it instead of healing items. But to be fair, I'm using this gun. Last time I remembered, it took me at least 5 shots to take down a molded. and I'm gonna have to story mode for the longest time, so I'm excited to do this. I also haven't played this game in VR for the longest time. I'm just really excited to do this. This is my favorite game. Wait, I almost forgot something. This is just my favorite game in the franchise, and nothing will ever change my perspective of that. This is by far the scariest in my opinion. The guns, I think, could be really, could it be better, except for Resident Evil 4. I will forever praise Resident Evil 4 for its, weapon inventory and stuff like that. I don't, god dang it, I need to go back. I just remember what I actually forgot. But the whole point about, you know, this game is just, I love it so much. There's not really much to hate on here, except for that it gets easier over time. It has probably the best setting, minus the boat. I'm not really the biggest fan of the boat. By far, I think it has the best setting of any game ever. Like, you're barely moving at all. And Resident Evil 6, you moved, like, different states and even countries sometimes in different chapters. But in this, you never really lose sight of the same area you're usually in. And I love that. You're in the same area. Resident Evil 5, I've seen, at least a trailer for, and I'm hoping to play it really soon. Like, if I like Resident Evil 6, I know I'm going to be able to like Resident Evil 5. Because everyone says that's basically like Resident Evil 6, but a bit better. I think Resident Evil 6 is awesome. Yeah, I can admit that it's really, really dumb, but you know what? Guilty pleasure. I have guilty pleasure of just dumb action horror games. Besides, Resident Evil has always been about horror, don't get me wrong, but even since the first game, it's really, you know, also had that action part to it. Right? The only game to actually start to turn to like an action series was Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, for back when it still had fixed camera angles. So can you really get mad at Resident Evil 6 and the others just to say that's all about action when Resident Evil 4 is so good? Yet, you know, Nemesis was the first to actually start making it less of a horror genre than before. They basically decided to put this back to its roots because they realized that zombie stories are just not as fun as anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest fan of zombie stories. I can go so far as to saying that they're boring. That doesn't mean that I can't enjoy zombie games, but this just brings a nice little roll to it. They completely got rid of zombies. In Resident Evil 8 Village and this game, you don't even see a single sign of zombie. Neither in Resident Evil 4, but 6 comes later in the franchise, so zombies come back.
Anything from you. Not after what happened.
Besides, that was just part of a cult anyways, so don't worry about it.
I just want you to know that wasn't me. I don't know what happened.
And,
There's so much,
you know, it's just Resident Evil, man. This is a really good series. 7's really good. 4's also really good, and people say it's the best in the franchise. I'm not going to tell people what they have to love. I'm just saying that if you're planning on saying that other games suck because it's too focused on action, remember which games in the series is your favorite. That game's not really much about horror either. Nope. Why am I doing this?
I am sick and tired. Sick and tired of your bullshit.
I need to hide. I need to hide.
Oh god.
Putting me through.
Well, while I'm at this desperate situation, I might as well go ahead and talk about, you know, 15 things that can make Resident Evil 8 awesome. Let's talk about the things that I want recurring in Resident Evil 4, because while I do have problems with that game, I do think with certain things, they can make that, Resident Evil 4, the stuff about Resident Evil 4, can make Resident Evil 8 really, really good. One of those things, I think, could probably be... I'm gonna close that door.
This house has seen more than you can imagine. And it knows. You just don't understand? Or is it that you just don't care?
She doesn't see me, right? I hope not.
I know you and Zoe are plotting. I know you were scheming. Think I don't know what you want to do with that boy, Ethan?
Why? There's not even a mirror there. What are you doing? Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked like I usually do. Let me go and tell you my 5 things for Resident Evil 8 that I think, if it was recurring from Resident Evil 4, would make it so good. The weapons. I do think that the weapons in Resident Evil 4 are definitely really cool, and I think how you get them is pretty neat. But with that comes a bit of a negative that I hope they don't do, that I'm not going to call a thing I hope they do. I'm going to call it a thing that they hope they don't do. Basically, it's not part of this list. We're still on number 5 here. In Resident Evil 4, you weren't able to find any of the weapons just out there, like you usually do in most games like these. And especially Resident Evil 2 and 3, like you can find upgrades just by doing random stuff. It's just... Resident Evil 4, you have to buy them. That sort of just takes back the magic of survival horror. You're now just trying to look for money more than you are actually trying to look for ammo. And that's a bit disappointing for me, so I hope they don't go with that in that direction. Just make it where you have to get, like, updated versions of upgraded, like, versions of weapons. And that's another thing. Number 5 for mixed perspectives. Upgraded weapons. Like they do in this game, you can get repair kits and get like the same weapons that use the same ammo, but they're upgraded. I do it with the M37 shotgun to the M21 shotgun. She's gone, right? Right? I'm about to die. Okay, we're good. And you know, in Resident Evil 4, there's just updated weapons all throughout. You have to buy them, sure, but they're still pretty cool to have. So I think definitely go in that perspective. Number 4 for Resident Evil 4. This is just gonna get confusing. I hope you guys are following along, because I even lost myself for a minute. One of the things they could do, and for number 4 in Resident Evil 4, recurringly, was make the action... Keep some of the action. Because while I am complaining about it, I did like, in Resident Evil 4, how cool the action was. I liked shooting there. I like having situations where you really can't fight all that much unless you really, really tried. And I really just enjoyed situations where I was using my guns more than I was my own smarts.
She loves you. She wants us to be a family, goddammit.
Oh, God.
You! All you have to do is accept her fucking gift!
This game is very inappropriate. Because they say the F word a lot. We're in the country, baby. They can say whatever they want here. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna let them. Is she barefoot? Yeah, she is.
We love you! Why can't you see that? Embrace us! No! You don't fucking try to escape your damn flame! There's no way out of there, Missy!
Yeah, I know. Oh no.
Where do you think you're going?
Oh, it took me a minute to realize what I just did. Oh, what? Why is it crooked? Why is it over there? Whatever. Oh, man. Anyways, I got lost on track again. Like usual. Another great thing they could add into the perspective of Resident Evil 4. Number 3. I think they should, like, when you, kill enemies, I hope you can, like, grab items and stuff, because if they're gonna make it, like, mixed perspective, if you're gonna be shooting half the time, you can't just keep going in house and house saying that, oh, hopefully they just respawn and stuff, because no, nothing in this game ever respawns. You grab it, it's gone forever. It's either you find the loot, or you don't. It's that simple. And every single time you kill an enemy, you're not gonna get, you know, anything from it, because this game's not really action-based. Half the time you're running away. That's just how this game is. And I will forever praise it for that. So I hope in Resident Evil 4 they sort of mix action and straight up just horror just really perfectly. Because everyone says they did that in Resident Evil 4. So I hope they do that too. There's absolutely really no reason they could actually screw up unless they're gonna, you know, not take the direction that fans are saying they should go with. So, it's plain and simple. Number two. What's a good thing I could say? Good, positive thing. The bosses. I think the bosses in this game are okay. In fact, I think the bosses in almost every single Resident Evil game are just not that perfect. In Resident Evil 3, I enjoyed fighting Nemesis again and again, simply because it was just, you know, I don't know, there was something about it that I just really enjoyed. So, I'm not gonna blame myself for saying that, because I simply enjoyed a boss fight that felt like it was there again and again and again. Yeah, he was. He pretty much was. But, what do you expect? He's the Nemesis. Would you expect him not to be there almost all the time? I think I can probably make it. I don't think I have too much items on my hand. And if I were to get a herb or something like that, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Alright, we're good. We're good. We are perfectly fine. But yeah, I hope they, like, you know, just do really well with the bosses. I think Resident Evil 4's bosses are just pretty good. I'm not saying they're perfect by any means, but I'm saying that I can enjoy them enough to say that they are probably some of the best in the series. I really love that boss fight with the big fish and the water in Chapter 2, I think? Or was it Chapter 1? I'm not sure. But I really enjoyed that boss fight simply because of the fact that it sort of changed up just shooting it. You know what I'm saying? So, another thing they could do, the last positive, number one, what they can do in Resident Evil 4 direction for Resident Evil 8, since they're gonna mix it, I hope that they, sort of like, what am I gonna say?
As you can see, the family is only part of it.
Like I said, I'm sort of just making this up off the bat. Alright, here we go. Number one, what they could do in Resident Evil 4 direction is the puzzles, I guess. No, I'm gonna call that a mixed number 4. In Resident Evil 7, I think it probably has some of the best puzzles ever. There's even just a DLC with which just mainly puzzles, and I think that's probably like one of the best DLCs there is. Other than that, Nightmare. I think the puzzles in this game are solid, and I also think the puzzles in Resident Evil 4 are pretty good. Some of them can be a bit annoying, but they're still there, so that'd be pretty cool. Number one, I guess. What did I just do? Number one, I guess, in Resident Evil 4 is you have to save like Ashley and stuff there, so it was like sort of keep protected and stuff. I think that they could probably do that, just not making it where players are, you know, gonna get ticked off every single second. Because if you were to hear the amount of people complaining just about Ashley over and over again, you would probably lose your mind like I have already. I actually think Ashley was a pretty cool part of the game. I didn't really hate her. There was nothing in that game to make me really stop from saving Ashley. I didn't really care. Yeah, she was annoying half the time, but, you know, she wasn't, like, you know, annoying. She was just basically there. And I did enjoy trying to save her again. It gave me a good excuse to use my sniper. And I do think that's probably one of the best. And I see that in the Resident Evil 8 trailer. That scared the freaking crap out of me. I see that in the Resident Evil 8 trailer, and I hope that they, use that really well, because I love Resident Evil snipers, man. They're like the best combination ever. Thank you, Jesus, go away. Do. We're good, we're good. Okay, sweet Jesus. What time are we at? Let me go ahead and check that real quick. Well, I can't see my face. Well, my phone's just stupid. Oh, we're at 20 minutes. We still have a lot of time on our hands. Let's make it count. So yeah, I hope, like, when you have to save your daughter or something like that, like Mia comes in or something, you have to save her half the time. I think that'd be pretty cool. Just don't make it annoying is all I'm gonna ask. Like, don't make it so in your face, just stupid half the time. Don't do that. That's just gonna make your players just really angry with you. So don't go in the direction where it's gonna be just, you know, plain and simple annoying. Make it where it's fun and almost like you feel like you have to. Make them like the characters a lot better. I think the problem with Ashley was that there wasn't enough time with her where you could actually say she was a good character or not. Basically, like I said, she was just there. The character was a hit or miss for anybody. They could either like her and try to protect her, or they could not like her and just watch her scream half the time. Which was what a lot of players did. Got him in 3 shots. Then again, I am way better at shooting in VR than I am anything else. In fact, when I'm better at Nightmare than you usually think when I am in VR. It's just how it works. Like, I've been playing Nightmare recently without VR, and I suck pretty badly. But with VR, for whatever reason, I am really, really good. I am, like, almost so good. No, wrong one, wrong one. Put that back up. You. Okay, here we go. I just wasted a perfectly good bullet. There we go, yes! That did not take as long as I thought it would. I'm out. Peace. Open thing. I love how in VR you can completely just not use, like, not like you have to. Okay, you know what, forget it. That was just a half-baked sentence I was just gonna come up with. We already got Resident Evil 4 down. Something that I hope that they do in Resident Evil 7's direction is I hope that they make the village and the castle, just the entire setting, really, really good. Because in this game, the setting, I think, is probably one of the best settings you could ever have in any game at all. I really love this setting. I think it's perfect. There's, like, absolutely nothing wrong with this setting. I think it's solid, it's gold, it's just perfect. I think it's amazing. I will forever praise it. Like, the setting you're in right now is probably the best part about this game. So I hope they sort of, like, make the village and castle kind of like, you know, that setting that you can really get into, that you can really get in the zone with. Like, because in this setting, it's really small, but you can really get in the zone with this setting. It's really easy just to do what you're doing, and next thing you know, just get lost in the game so much so you forget half the time what you're even doing, because you're too good at it, you know what I'm saying? Oh. No, I want that back. I want that chem fluid back. Just solid. Gimme. Thank you. I guess I can go ahead and use this. I'm gonna need a lot more ammo anyway. Gimme. Gimme. I still got some good ammo. Yeah, I got some good ammo. I still have that strong stuff that I'm gonna need to use later on. I'm gonna need to keep that. Yeah, I'm gonna need to keep all of this. Alright, here we go. Now, I think Jack is still down there, up in there, so that's not wrong. I think Jack is still in that, like the upper floor. So let's make sure not to go in there just yet. That way, in case I screw myself over, I don't, like, properly screw myself over, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to die. I'm doing pretty good so far. I'm not gonna lose track of it already. Alright, I was... In case you couldn't tell, this dude scared me. Like, really, really scared me. Well, that's that. And there's one just right around this corner. Oh, hey, bro. Didn't know you were there. Nice, lovely day, huh? You dead. We good. No, we are not. Jesus God, it took him forever to die. Like, get with the program. Man. I'm not wasting a ton of bullets like I did last time. Just let him come to me. Got him. There's another one. Didn't see that before, but now I do. Got him. Hopefully that's the last of them. I can't believe I just wasted a lot of time just doing that. I hate myself. I really do. I can't believe I just did that. That was like a bigger waste of time than I ever did before. I cannot do that in the speed run.
I was gonna be your father.
Okay. Another thing that I hope reoccurs in Resident Evil 7 is, the enemies. Make the enemies not exactly the difficult thing in the world, but make them have a sweet spot, where if you were to shoot them in that exact same area, and within like 3 shots, they would die. Don't make it almost as easy as Resident Evil 3. Make it as difficult as this, but just a bit, like, make it as difficult as Resident Evil 4 and this game. Mix it if you have to. Make the enemies almost as strong or weak in Resident Evil 4 than they are in this game. I don't care what you do. Just keep the enemies, you know, not that strong, but not that weak either. And make the enemy something you can look at, yet you can feel horrified at for the fact that it's chasing you. Because you just can't believe that's alive. Like this thing. Like, you don't know what this thing is, and you're afraid of that because you don't know exactly what it is. You're afraid of them simply because they look horrifying and you feel like they are horrifying. It's cut and dry like that. There's absolutely no way you can screw that up just from the perfect way I described it. Sort of. Number 3, another thing they could add in Resident Evil 7's direction is VR. I've heard that it's going to be in VR, but I don't care. I'm saying this as probably one of my biggest higher strongs of Resident Evil 7. This game would not be as good as it is if it wasn't in VR. Period. I don't think I could ever come in that sentence like that ever again, because simply, I don't think I've ever been more right. I rest my case. People praise this game so much so, not because it's horrifying, and then even Cody Leach says that it's really, really good, but in VR, it's 10 times better. Like, he will even say that VR is probably the scariest thing you'll ever see. So make that game in VR. Resident number 2. Something else they could do for that game. Do I have gunpowder? Do I have gunpowder? I need gunpowder real quick. Gun of the powder. Gunpowder. Gunpowder. I do not have gunpowder. I can't believe I don't have gunpowder. Why do you not have gunpowder? Wait. We're good. We got gunpowder. I just didn't see it because I'm stupid. Anyways. I'm going to go ahead and grab the shotgun shells. Actually, no. No, I'm not. Keep all this stuff. I'm going to need that key. Alright, let's go. Number 2. Man. As I was saying, number 2, something else they could add in Resident Evil 7's direction is the, like the enemies. The main enemies. We're talking about the main enemies. Make them almost like, I have seen this, like, there's a mother, she looks really good. She's got, like, Freddy Krueger claws. She looks pretty scary and cool. She looks like she's gonna be a big, tough, like a big, bit of a challenge. So I'm excited to see what she has in store for us. But she also has, like, 3 daughters. And I see that, family stuff reoccurring. But it also appears like they're in, like, some sort of cult because she, talks about Mother Miranda. Nobody would call their mother by, you know, mother and then their name. No one does that. So it obviously seems like we're in some sort of cult or something like that. Maybe something back then. Like, some sort of, where they think is like a church, but really it's like some sort of Satan spawning thing. I don't know, how I say it is very weirdly, just go with it. So, go ahead and make the enemies just really, really good. Mother Miranda looks terrifying. The woman who I can't remember the name of looks terrifying. Her daughters look terrifying. Her brother, who I think has to do with the glasses. The really hip glasses that I have. Yeah, you know those things are in style nowadays. He looks terrifying too. So, positives over there. He looks really good. And it looks like there's gonna be a wolf dude, stuff like that. Just make the main enemies your biggest priority. Don't focus on the little enemies as much as you do, like I told you to do. Oh, crap. Almost forgot. Don't do that. Make it to where the main enemies are your, like, main stars. And it looks like Ethan, no, not Ethan Winters. God dang it. Chris Redfield, it looks like he's probably going to be main villain, too. And I have a prediction about what he might do, so I'm gonna go ahead and save that for later. Gimme. Close door. Or don't. Right. That's why I can't close the door. I'm an idiot. Good God, I'm so stupid. What's the last boss of the thing I could say for Resident Evil 4? No. Resident Evil 7. I guess another thing they could do is... Give me a minute. Another thing they could do is make it to, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I really don't know. Let me think about it. I need to think about this. What is something else I can say right off the bat in my head? That this game really makes me feel like it's awesome. I really don't know anything else. I guess what I could say is... Okay, let me just mix stuff. The scare factors. Make Resident Evil 8 very terrifying. I have seen the trailers, and every single time I shake in fear of what that game has in store for us. And the thought of us playing it in VR is more than enough to get me quivering in my boots. I think I may have just hurt my nose right there. But I really am excited to see, like, oh my God, Jesus. Okay, calm down. Not thanks to you. Kick it. Don't waste bullets. Don't do it. Alright, we're good, we good? We actually good, though. Come here, Jack. Where is he? Oh god, yeah, just make Resident Evil 8 very scary. I think Resident Evil 4, when it comes down to it, its horror is pretty good. And Resident Evil 7, I have said from time to time that it's the scariest game in the series. So you really can't go wrong if you're going to mix them together. Oh, shoot. Another thing I could say is mixed is the cult element. In this game, you sort of get like a cultish feel from the whole family stuff. But really, we notice that— oh my god! We really notice that's not about a cult. It's just, you know, a family. A very weird family. Kick it. We good? We good? Yeah, we good. Yeah, we are. Yeah! Yeah, that's what you get, you douchebag. Come on. What is that? Oh, it's the body bag. What? Ha. Okay, well, he got rid of that wall. Like, if it's gonna be about a cult again, kind of like a cultish family, like a mix of both, make it to where, like, the cult is almost the entire thing you hear about. Make it to where, like, the cult is, like, the main thing you're worried about. And, like, Chris could have, like, joined the cult and stuff. Just make it really cool like that. No, don't reload. Reload with this. I'm coughing. Just like, yeah, if you're gonna like use like cult element, make it to where it's like obvious and stuff, sort of like that. But it's fun obvious, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I beat it in my first try. Jesus, I about died in the process. God, that was dumb. I did it. Yep, just get it on there. Yep, there you go. Calm down, buddy. I am sorry. I'll go ahead and release you. You are welcome. Alright. Oh my god, we did it. Was that number 3 of both positives, I think I'd say? Okay then. Number 2. The action. Make the action to where it's just really, really good. I think I've said this, I think Resident Evil 4's action is really good, and I think this game's action is also pretty good. Make the action where it's, like, solid, where you almost don't want to fight just for the fact that it looks really fun if you were just to stay and shoot the entire time. Make it like that. Make it to where, like, you have fun actually killing stuff. Don't make it where it's just intriguing and just, you know, opposing half the time. Because one of my problems in both Resident Evil 4 and sometimes in this game is that during certain situations, you'll be faced to fight opponents that you really don't have the strength to fight anymore. Don't make it like that. That's just going to be annoying. Don't do that. Ever. Don't ever do that. Just period. I think I may have made my point by saying don't do that over and over again. Do I have a herb? No, I don't. But I do have a strong chem fluid. Where are you at? I need you. There we go. We are good. We are solid. We are gold. We are platinum. Hello there. What's another thing I could say? Oh, yep, I need the other dog heads. Another thing I could say, like a mixed perspective, is where make it to where almost, number one, make it to where it feels like this game almost serves a purpose. And Chris Redfield is there, yeah. Go ahead and like put Leon in. That'd be really cool to see. Just a little fun Easter egg, maybe. Give me a minute, please and thank you. To make it to where you have to, you know, do stuff like that. Just make where it really like ties in with stuff. Make it where it's like recurring elements, like it sort of shows you where Evelyn was from and stuff. Like I have a feeling that Evie, and the village has something to do with each other. At least that's what I think. Lockpick, want that. No, itchy eyebrow. Itchy eyebrow. Alright. I'm coming. Be right back. And I'm back. Thank God. Let's see what time we're at real quick. Then I can debate whether or not I'm gonna do something again. I can get to the, that place. So we're good on that part. As I was saying earlier about Resident Evil Village, how you should make it like where you have to tie it in with the lore and stuff. Make it where it's important in the timeline. Like, I really do enjoy this game, but there's not enough stuff to make you feel like it's important in the timeline. I love the... How many times am I going to get interrupted? Make it where, like, it's important in the timeline. If you have to, show Leon. I will love that game forever if you show Leon. Leon just looks really cool. And I think since Chris is in there, it'd be really cool to tie in Leon. And so that's sort of like gonna be like a Chris chapter too, so that's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm really excited for it. My last positive for Resident Evil 7 Village, make the enemy, make like you're a main villain. Make it to where it like keeps coming up, but you don't know exactly there. Like, I don't think the trailer showed anything off of Evelyn at all. And it's until the middle of the game you find out about Evelyn. I think that's really cool. They should definitely do that for Resident Evil 8 too. And sort of make it like it's a twist villain, sort of. Because you don't know exactly who it is, and then it turns out that you've been staring the main villain dead in the face the entire time. Like, it's the grandma. Evelyn is the grandma in the family. This family had no grandma until Evelyn came up. Make it really cool like that, but make it even better. You know what I'm saying? I tell you, Resident Evil 8 looks really good, and I feel like my prediction with Chris Redfield, which is I hope is either going to be a truth or a false. I don't care which one. Like, I hope he becomes a hero at the end, but if he stays a villain, I'll be perfectly fine with that too. It's just, you know, I love heroes turning into villains and sort of staying that way. So I'm a sucker for that storytelling, so I'm not going to go ahead and say, don't make him the main villain, that's stupid. No, I'm going to praise it forever if it does that. I will love seeing Chris as a villain, which is probably a really bad thing, since we have rooted for him since the first Resident Evil game. Alright, got it. So, I'm just really hyped up for that game, and I can't wait till it comes out. I feel like it's already been so far away. I feel like we're still got so long to wait. Which, we sort of do. We still have like 3 months and a few more days. But still, it's coming up really, really soon. I just can't wait for that game. I could probably say that when I play that game blind and stuff on VR, and hopefully I can record it during the same time. I can probably say if it's as good as I hope it will be, like mixing both in Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 7, and a few things of the entire timeline, making it like a served point in it, I could say that without like a doubt, that game's probably going to be the best in the entire franchise. And at least to most public eyes, it will be like number 3 or number 2, and probably even number 1. If that game goes in the direction that we all hope it goes to, then we can hopefully reassure ourselves that it's going to go in some crazy directions. And we will forever praise it for what it's going to do. With that, I'm still hoping it's not going to be like, you know, where people were real excited for it, then it turns the public's eye into thinking it was just Resident Evil 6 all over again. I do like Resident Evil 6, don't get me wrong, but I never said the general public liked it all that much. I could see why they don't really like they don't really like it as much as I say that. You know, like, I misunderstand why they hate it. I can't definitely bring myself to hate it. It's not terrible. I definitely think it's really good. Again, guilty pleasure. It's not a matter of me, you know, saying that it's the best of the franchise, which I'm not saying that. I used to think it was my favorite simply because I was just looking for some dumb action game, and when I figured out it was multiplayer, me and my friend Hanan, who I showed up in a video playing the Bending and Leak Machine series, that was just me and him love it simply because it's guilty pleasure. And for the fact that it's multiplayer is also 10 times better. Which I also hope that Resident Evil 8 has like a multiplayer modes as well. That'd be really, really cool. Wouldn't it be bad? Speaking of which, I should probably go ahead and talk about how Reverse looks like, since we're talking about multiplayer now. I think Reverse looks okay. I'm not gonna say it's perfect looking. Resident Evil 8 looks perfect looking, but that game looks like it's gonna have its fair share of problems. I say that because last time I wasn't even able to play Resident Evil Resistance. I think that's what it's called, right? I can't remember. That last one that came with Resident Evil 3. Like, I love how it was free, you know what I'm saying? It was really cool that it was free and everything, but it was only online. I wasn't even able to play a single round because I'm not paying for... Oh, seriously. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, get rid of that stupid paid for online gaming. Because I really wanted to play Predator Hunting Grounds when it came out, but when I figured out that was just an online game, kind of like Dead by Daylight, which I've also heard is really good, I can't play any of them because I'm not paying for the online stuff. I can't. I don't have my own allowance. There's no way I could unless my mom said sure. It's cut and dry like that. Alright, need to go ahead and grab that shotgun, then we can probably make our way down the house. We probably have enough time. I'm gonna need to do a bit of editing for this video, so that's gonna annoy the crap out of me. Oh yeah, we were talking about Reverse. Again, I think it looks okay. It doesn't look like it's going to be groundbreaking at all. It just looks like it's going to be one of those games where you can say, hey, check this out. This looks kind of fun. And it does look better than Resistance. I have heard that Resistance was okay, but I still wanted to play it simply for the fact that it looked kind of fun. And, you know, it kind of looked like Dead by Daylight. I liked for the fact that you could randomly pick, not pick, but randomly get chosen to be the killer or be one of the hunted, or be one of the survivors. I think that's pretty cool, and I don't think they could go anywhere wrong with that. I think it would be a really bad idea if they don't like have public play or something like that, where it's just online. Because if that's the case, I'm just gonna give up all hope to play it. I already have with Resistance. I haven't even played it once. I've only played the demo startup, and, you know, didn't exactly go so well. Heck, I used to have the demo for Resistance, I think, and I was never able to play it because, again, online play. Seriously, they need to stop making paid for online. It's really dumb. And it's still around to the point where it's probably just going to be a recurring thing. I hope it doesn't, because that thing's just annoying. Did I get them all? I think so. Okay, I think we're good. What's the bugs? No, we're not. Where is it? Where is the stupid thing? Hold still. Thank you. Where's my 44? There we go. Reverse, look out for it. It looks somewhat redeemable. It doesn't look perfect, so I hope nobody says that it's going to be the next big thing. Because I'm just going to tell them exactly what it's going to have problems with. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. no one should sugarcoat it. Like, I think it just looks good for the fact that it's going to be like a battle royale, and I've always loved things that sort of turned into that, a battle royale with all the series and the games. And it looks like it'd be like one of those games where people could get practice with over and over and over again, and probably become like the next Markiplier with FNAF and stuff like that. That'd just be really cool. I got a backpack. In the nick of time, too. Alright, we're going to call this a close. I don't see anything that I'm going to have to get rid of for right now, so let's go and keep all this stuff. Well, I'll see you all in future videos. See you guys later, and I hope Resident Evil 8 Village I get to play blind at the day it comes out, because I'm going to try to save my birthday allowance for that and stuff, and I will be getting a job here and then, so I'm going to save some $60 for it, and including tax. See y'all later, have a great day, bye-bye.